There we go. All right, guys, welcome. I'm going to share my screen real quick and pull up some slides here for us. Go from the beginning. And let me move myself over there. All right. Thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Landy Martin. I'm a Ruby director here with Heart and Body Naturals and a product trainer. We're very honored that you joined us tonight and took time out of your busy schedule. We know your evening time is special with your family, so thank you so much for joining us on these educational calls. We have a featured guest tonight, Dr. Ivy Prus. She's incredible. I'm going to give her a proper introduction in a second, but I also want to give a huge shout out to the other beautiful ladies on this screen for their servant leadership. Again, Megan Davey, Pearl Director, guys, come on, give her a hand. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get started. Let me go to the next slide, if I can. There we go. Okay, these are some of our manufacturer partners. We start with fresh, pure ingredients. We work with world-renowned Alexandria Brighton exclusively here. And we want you to feel good about what you recommend for your family, your friends. And so we source ingredients from all over the world to make sure they're the best, most potent and pure. With that said, we're not a drug company. We don't consult with the FDA. And anything you hear about on this call is not designed to diagnose, treat, prevent, or cure any disease. That is an FDA disclaimer that is required on all products, whether you buy them, at Target or Amazon or Whole Foods, it doesn't matter. It is required by law, so don't let that scare you. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm going to quickly announce our back to school kit. We all know that when kids go back to school, it's just like a big cesspool of germs, right? Kids always get sick like the first few weeks of school. And so we asked corporate, would you put together a kit for our kiddos? This is absolutely amazing. We have our 1 ounce fulvic, guys. This is going to give them, there are 77 trace minerals and 18 amino acids. Without proper nutrition, your body can't fight, okay? So this is going to give them that foundation they need. We know we have picky eaters and things like that. You're also going to get the kids wellness blend. I absolutely love this blend, especially for babies and toddlers going to daycares. You can sweep this on their feet, on the soles of their feet in the morning, put their socks on and let them go. You can also hit them up again when they get home from school. So this is another really good thing. We have our Tri-Remedy, the kids formulation. These are oils that were used during the Black Plague, you guys. Potent oils, 1 or 2 drops on down the sides of their feet for prevention. Okay, if they get sick, you can do on the soles of their feet. And then we also have our black seed oil. Now, if you've missed any of our calls, Dr. Ivy Prus did an amazing call on black seed. It's good for everything from cancer to immune boosting. It works with your endocannabinoid system. So this is really going to give the kiddos a great, solid foundation that they can do before they go to school. Julie, Julie has her hand up. Do you have a question right now or? Okay, I don't know. Maybe it was an accident. Okay, now we have our back to school kit price, which is $59.95. I just want to tell you, this is a steal. Guys, the fulvic alone in this kit is $36. So you're basically getting these other 3 for almost nothing. So go ahead and get your kit. You're going to have it by the time the kids get back in school. And from Johns Hopkins Medicine, 6 to 8 colds a year at least. We know that when kids go back to school, it's not just a hotbed for germs, guys. They're getting all their shots, all the stuff that goes on, right, and gets passed around. So these products contain, all the minerals they're going to need, enzymes, some antiviral, natural antibiotic stuff that they're going to need. So go ahead and pick that kit up. I want to announce too our 7-day challenge. We're going to go low carb. It's just 7 days. So jump on and join us. It's going to, sometimes if you just do that first week, it gives you that jump start to continue with that healthy eating and those habits that we all want to keep. And this pack right here will last you a month or more, okay? But it contains everything that you need for the 7-day challenge. If you don't know about that challenge, please get with who invited you to the call or join our fulvic, slimmer, and detox group, okay? Ask for a link to join that group. I'm trying to get people admitted here. So that kit is $149, and you can get everything you need for that 7-day challenge in our back office. And the next exciting announcement I have is that our fulvic powder is back, you guys. So get a hold of everyone you know who's been waiting. I know that so many of us have long wait lists for this powder. I cannot wait to see how amazing this is. Our CEO has been working to get this out and have it be amazing. So that is live in your back office. It's going to be 70 servings for the price is $119. Okay, so please, and it's internal use. So that is so exciting. All right, so check your back office for that. sorry, I'm trying to admit people here. I want to introduce you Ben and Paula Scarcella. Guys, if you don't know the story behind Heart and Body Naturals, the only reason this company exists is because of Ben's story. So if you're already with our company, please visit your back office, go to HBN Library and click on marketing materials and click on Ben's story. You will see a record, all his medical records and everything else about what happened, what they went through. They spent years in and out of the hospital on steroids and other drugs that had horrible side effects. And he was diagnosed with a rare condition called vasculitis. And if you don't know what that is, it is where there's inflammation in the blood vessels, and it can strike in your heart, your lungs, your kidney. It's basically life-threatening when it hits, okay? So she called her dear friend, Alexandria Brighton, world-renowned formulator, right, of the Brighton Institute, if you've ever heard of that. She formulated what's called the Healing Trilogy. Now, Ben was able to take this twice a day and go into remission and get off all steroids, all drugs. And this, of course, this is his personal testimony. But I wanted to share this with you, and their purpose is that they share these synergistic healing trilogy products that were formulated with the healing power of plants by our creator, right? It's all God. He gave us everything we need. So the Life Enhancing Healing Trilogy is the one and only reason that Heart and Body Naturals is here. And HBN is honored to be the only company that exclusively offers Alexandria Brighton's original healing trilogy. So next we have Dr. Ivy Prus, and yeah, I see her. Yay. Okay. I was worried because I couldn't find you. All right. I want to introduce you to her. She's double board certified naturopathic doctor, guys. She is so qualified and knows her stuff. She really knows her stuff. Clinical herbalist, licensed holistic practitioner, been in this field almost 20 years. Her focus is on DNA and epigenetics. Teaching is her passion, okay? So without further ado, give her some love in the chat. I am going to stop my share. And let me make sure she can share her screen. And Dr. Ivy, I'm going to turn it over to you, girl.
Thank you guys so much for having me with you. Can you hear me okay, Landy?
I can hear you good.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit share here. Yes. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to hit play. Thank you guys for having me with you this evening. It's always a joy to come on here and teach you guys about things that I love, especially all of my favorite HB products and supplements that we take and implement here at home. Just a little bit of housekeeping for me. Although I'm a board certified naturopathic doctor, I'm not your particular doctor. So whatever decisions you choose to make regarding your health, please clear those through the proper channels. And then also lastly, my messenger is legit flooded with messages each and every day. There's just no way for me to possibly answer each and every one of them because of the time that it takes, especially when situations are so multifaceted and the answers are so in-depth. So I do consult on a regular basis. I specifically cut out hours and blocks of time throughout the week to go ahead and get these scheduled for you guys and for pretty much for everybody actually. So if you would like a consult and talk about private issues regarding to yourself specifically, we can have that private one-on-one time and we can really dig down and dive deep and just troubleshoot some things. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. And my website was on the beginning slide, epigenetichealth.org. You can message me through there. I caution against messaging me through Facebook because again, my messenger is so flooded. There's just no way that there's piles of messages I have not even gotten to. And I don't know that I would get to those in any time soon. So definitely reach out to me through epigenetichealth.org, and you guys can send me messages through there. And so we're going to get started with soul. Okay. No, I'm sorry. This is mind. This is mind. Now, I tried to pick, this is going to be so difficult. I knew this was going to be difficult. It always is difficult for me every single time. This trilogy has been life-changing for me since I implemented in my life almost 4.5 years ago. Each component, mind, body, and soul, they have such rich ingredients. I know that some of them are so common, and the majority know the famous ones like turmeric and curcumin and things like that. So what I wanted to do, and my purpose was to choose ingredients and to talk about the ones that are not very common, typical things that people wouldn't know. And so we're going to get started now. Now, the first one that I picked out here that is typically uncommon, not very many people know about it or talk about it, is Mucuna Purions. Okay, this is known for its affinity for the nervous and reproductive organs. A lot of people don't put together that just like we have a gut-brain axis, we have a gut reproductive axis connection as well. So if your brain is functioning normally, your hormones function normally, and by definition, that means that fertility is going to function beautifully as well. Now, regardless if you don't want children or if you're done having children, these organs and body areas of your body, they just need to be nourished because they provide many functions other than, of course, just having children. So this is a natural source of L-Dopa, and it is an essential precursor to our neurotransmitter dopamine. And if you see me pick up Post-its, it's because look at these slides. They are so jam-packed that I have to put reminders of where to insert certain things that I wanted to tell you. Okay, so if you remember, dopamine is responsible for so many body functions, okay? It's responsible for memory, for movement, for motivation, for mood, for cognition, for sleep, learning, and focus, okay? This is considered a tonic for healthy neuron behavior. Now, you are going to be low in dopamine if you notice these following things in yourself. If you are unnaturally tired, like just an excessive exhaustion, if you have a low energy, if you're typically sad and your mood is very down, and no matter what happens, you just can't cheer up. These are signs of being very low in dopamine. And Mucuna Purions is a natural source of L-Dopa, which is the precursor that we need for healthy dopamine behavior. Okay, if you're unmotivated, if there's just nothing you can do to give you that to want to make it through your day, and you just wake up and can't wait till it's nighttime again so you can be over with all of this, you may consider looking into being low in dopamine. You may want to find out if that's something that's going on with you. Brain fog is a very huge thing. Not many people connect this with being low in dopamine, but this is a very big telltale sign, okay? Brain fog. So that's that insert that I wanted to put in here. This is going to affect your muscles. It's going to encourage fluid muscular movements. These are all the things that Mucuna Purions is effective at doing. It provides healthy and proper sensation, coordination. It's going to support healthy digestion and elimination because it promotes smooth muscle contractions. We know that our GI tract functions on contracting and releasing. Our stomach functions that way. This is how we move food through that very important system, the entire GI tract, okay? So this is actually going to target that very specifically, in my opinion, because of what it's so good at doing, and promoting smooth muscle contractions. So again, this is going to support fertility due to its action in the hypothalamus and pituitary gonad axis. This is that brain to reproductive axis that many people don't put two and two together, okay? So this ingredient right here, it is extremely neuroprotective. Now, Bacopa, we have that in here as well. So this is a nootropic. This has benefits in physical function of the brain and the nervous system. It contains compounds like bacosides and bacopicides, and so many studies show that Bacopa is effective in improving your cognition, your memory. It's calming for anxiety and things of that nature. When we get to licorice, I mean, I could just fill just 30 minutes just talking about licorice all by itself. It's got over 300 compounds. And because it has over 300 compounds, it makes licorice one of the most multifaceted herbs to actually target such a variety of issues going on in the body. It's effective against upper respiratory tract infections. It's a super potent antioxidant. This is very effective against treating ulcers. If you've ever taken or take habitually over the counters, okay, OTCs, Tylenol, Motrin, ibuprofen, aspirins, those things are notorious for causing ulcers and GI issues, okay? And this here really helps repair ulcers. It's going to help reduce inflammation. It's very antiviral, antimicrobial properties. It's a phenomenal digestive aid. You're going to notice that within these next several slides that we're going to cover, pay attention to what you hear again. Antiviral, antimicrobial, whether it's a digestive aid, whether it helps assist with pain, or anti-arthritic. A lot of these herbs target a lot of these things, and because each of them are weaker in one thing or another, putting them together really packs such an effective punch that it's going to be hard not to get the benefits from this. There is a clinical trial that showed that adding licorice to treatment significantly improved H. pylori. How many of us have H. pylori, or we're struggling with bacterial overgrowth, candida overgrowth, things like that? This is phenomenal against H. pylori. There's a compound in licorice, glycyrrhizin. It showed strong antimicrobial activity against hepatitis C. That's an issue directly targeted to the liver. This is something that is going to affect the liver in a very negative way. Now, astragalus, rhodiola, and ginseng, ashwagandha, these are your adaptogens. These help the body's resilience in dealing with physical, emotional, or biological stresses, as well as chemical stressors. So adaptogens are going to trigger your biochemical reaction producing hormones or altering stress chemicals. And it's because of this that they improve attention, they increase endurance, they keep stress hormones in check like cortisol, they improve organ functions such as the liver and your adrenal glands. They're improving the functions of the body systems as in the gastrointestinal tract. Now, just make sure that you understand that adaptogens like this, they don't lessen the blow of the degree of stress. They improve the way that the body responds to it. So when things are not operating the right way and we have a stressful situation and the body just tanks, an adaptogen or a group of adaptogens placed together very well like this, they're really going to improve the way that the body deals and responds to stress. So that in and of itself is amazing. And anybody would say, okay, I'm good, I can just cut it with this one. Actually, no, just wait, there's more goodness to come. Body. When we get to body, I have like 4 additional post-it notes here to insert as specific bullet points just for body. Okay, body is powerful. It's got beetroot and it's got hawthorn berry. Both of these are known heart lovers. These herbs love and have an affinity for your heart, for your vessels. Okay, the nitrate compounds in beetroot convert into nitric oxide in the blood, and it helps widen and relax your blood vessels. This is why you get such improved blood flow and oxygen flow. This improves your exercise stamina. Okay, this is an amazing pre-workout. Many that I see have mutations in the nitric oxide synthase enzyme gene. This means you are a very poor producer of nitric oxide. We produce our own nitric oxide endogenously, okay? So people that are mouth breathers, they're lowering their production of nitric oxide. Lack of nitric oxide is associated with heart disease, with diabetes, and so many other things. One insert that I needed to put in here, chatting about nitric oxide, your salivary bacteria, the bacteria in your saliva, they actually facilitate conversion from nitrate to nitrite, okay? This is why I'm so against mouthwash, because this means that oral antibiotic treatments like mouthwash, they're going to diminish the nitrate to nitrite conversion. This is bad. I always say no to mouthwash, and people say, but I have bad breath. Well, it disappears actually when you change your diet, because somebody on a good diet, you don't really struggle with bad breath. Now, why does this even matter? Not many people, ever target nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is important to produce in your body. Number one, because it opens and widens your blood vessels, and so more oxygen and blood can travel through all the places that they need to go to. But number two, nitric oxide is a very key player in inducing apoptosis in hepatic cancer cells. Notice how nitric oxide has an affinity for the lungs. And so it's going to target apoptosis in hepatic cancer cells. So when cells start appearing in the liver that are not behaving the right way, a body that produces enough nitric oxide, that nitric oxide is going to go right to the liver, assist it when it needs help. Okay, so I wanted to make sure that I covered that. Also, a tip that you can do for this is, if any of you guys have heard of mouth tape, okay, you can mouth tape at night. It helps you sleep with your mouth closed, and so that you actually inhale and exhale through your nose. You're actually helping produce nitric oxide that way as well. During the day, keep mind and remind yourself, am I breathing with my mouth closed? Am I just going around my day with my mouth just opened? If you do exercise, try running and jogging with your mouth closed. You shouldn't be running or jogging with your mouth open. If you are, and if you say, there's no way I can run and do exercise, physical activity that's strenuous with my mouth closed, you have an issue with nitric oxide. You're not producing enough of it. Body right here is going to help you jumpstart that, but you have to teach yourself good habits, okay? So don't expect body to just take the whole load off your back, because we have to go ahead and produce the right situations for our body to do the best thing for us. Now, there was a study that showed people that had heart failure, they experienced a 13% increase in muscle power just 2 hours after consuming beetroot juice. Now, if that's not a testament, I don't know what is. Like I said, beetroot and hawthorn, they love your liver. The antioxidant betaine, this helps prevent and reduce fatty acid deposits. Fatty acid deposits on the liver from non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. This is because excess sugar in your life and in your diet that doesn't get converted into muscular energy, it's going to get dumped on your liver. And this is how you start seeing fatty cell growth on the liver, because eventually liver cells are going to get replaced with fat cells. Okay. And so that is not what you want. This protects your liver from toxins. When we talk about hawthorn berry, this is full of such a plethora of powerful antioxidants. It's a potent vasodilator. It keeps hypertension in check, which means we know what hypertension means. It means that your blood vessels have narrowed so much that the amount of blood traveling through them has been cut by quite an amount. Okay, that means lack of oxygen and lack of a lot of other things. Now, it's a potent vasodilator. It helps in keeping hypertension in check. It is constantly being studied regarding congestive heart failure. It dramatically improves symptoms like shortness of breath, supporting healthy cardiac rhythm, heart cell metabolism. It enhances the flow of electrolytes across cardiac cells. The flavones contained in hawthorn enhance the function of cardiac enzymes. And because of that, that means it's going to automatically improve the heart's ability to withstand stress. It's a powerhouse for those who suffer from angina. A study showed decreased angina in 91% of participants just because it increases the blood flow to the heart by dilating both peripheral and coronary vessels. Now, specific antioxidants in this compound are called OPCs. They're the ones that are going to enhance the antioxidant activity of vitamin A, C, and E. Vitamin A, C, and E are vital for improving circulation, strengthening the capillaries, reducing inflammation. It boosts your immune system. It's going to protect you against atherosclerosis. It's effective antioxidants for the brain and nerve tissue. It's going to enhance connective tissue health. OPCs also are effective for reducing histamine production. So for those of you guys who have like overactive allergies or who react abnormally to simple little things, this might be a big game changer for you, okay? If you suffer from histamine issues, this stimulates bile and gastric secretions. So it aids in digestion. Again, I heard digestion in the first slide. So if you are noticing that you're hearing some things again, keep that in mind. Aids in digestion of foods rich in fats and proteins. Okay, we need a diet rich in healthy fats and proteins, and this is going to aid in digesting of those rich foods. Why? Because for one, vitamins A, D, E, and K, those are fat soluble vitamins. You get those from rich animal sources. Okay, this is going to help you break those down and really get the nutrients from that the right way. It contains various compounds that interact with gut flora to improve the digestion of these nutrients. Digestion doesn't actually happen in the stomach. The stomach breaks things down. It makes things water soluble. Once things get into your small and large intestine, this is where the magic happens. This is where vitamins and nutrients are synthesized. This is where hormones are made. This is where everything happens based on the nutrition that you were able to digest. Okay. Now, my next favorite ingredient here is Jabuti Cava. This reduces asthma. It helps clear obstructed bronchi. Okay, it's rich in polyphenols and anthocyanins. It's a family of antioxidants. It is super anti-inflammatory. I've heard that word several times now. I hope you're paying attention because you should have heard it a few times as well. This fights free radicals. It prevents cell damage. It regulates lipid metabolism, reducing cholesterol and triglycerides in the blood. It also helps regulate intestinal flora. So we have another component here that's going to attack your GI microbiome in a very good way. And I guess I should have used the word target, not attack. Here's another one that's going to target that. What's beautiful about this herb is that it's phenomenal for supporting connective tissue. Okay, this is going to be effective at regulating type 2 diabetes. Now, maqui and acerola, these are high in antioxidants. Again, I just heard that word again. It stabilizes free radicals. This is going to fight inflammation, particularly observed in blood vessels. Okay, so they have an affinity for blood vessels. This is beautiful because body is targeted as a heart supplement. It's got things in here that have an affinity for your heart, for coronary vessels, for arteries, and things of that nature. So a study with maqui and acerola showed a reduction in LDL levels by 12.5%. Now, this is going to help you moderate blood sugar levels. Again, I heard blood sugar levels again, and we've already talked about it up above. This is a really big thing because if we don't focus on blood sugar levels, this is really what has an impact on the liver and the heart. Okay, so it's amazing that a lot of these herbs are key players in these specific situations. So a test tube study showed that it prevents light-induced damage in eye cells. We are exposed to different forms of light all day, every day. Fluorescent lights, computer monitors, your phone screens, your television screens. These things really, really can damage eye health. And guess what? Maqui and acerola being so high and rich in antioxidants, they showed protective qualities for the damages in eye cells, and so repair qualities as well. Now, acerola and camu are the top two highest vitamin C compounds of any plant-derived fruit and berry. Now, vitamin C is a potent antioxidant. It displays activity beautifully throughout the body. It's a powerful immune boosting component. It helps stimulate your immune response by activating your immune cells, which are your lymphocytes, your phagocytes, your T cells. These are all in the white blood cell family, and they all perform different jobs. Now, here's what I wanted to say about vitamin C. It's very important that you guys understand. Here's a couple things about vitamin C. Okay, vitamin C, the molecule, its molecular structure is almost identical to sugar. And you need to know that because of that, sugar and vitamin C, they fight for the same biochemical pathway. They use the same one. Now, sugar is going to outrun vitamin C every single time. So I think it's beautiful that we chose the highest in antioxidants, the best ones that have the vitamin C content, And these berries are not sweet berries. You will notice that the best forms of vitamin C are the lowest sugar form vitamin C. This is why you have to eat pounds of oranges just to get a minuscule amount of vitamin C. Why? Because all of that sugar in those oranges it's fighting against vitamin C to run into the pathway and get utilized as sugar instead of letting vitamin C run through and let it run through its antioxidant activity. So low sugar sources of vitamin C are always going to be number one. I get a little crazy when people tell me I'm going to do a fruit fast and they're eating these high sugar content fruits and they say, but it's so rich in vitamin C. But it doesn't matter because that sugar in that fruit is going to outwin vitamin C every single time. The vitamin C in high sugar fruits in your melons, your peaches, your pears, your grapes, your bananas. For my diabetic patients, those are all fruits that are on their excluded list. They are not allowed to touch those fruits. They can only stick to low glycemic index berries. Not only do they get vitamin C, but because these berries are rich in deep colors like the blueberries and blackberries and strawberries, they're getting all of the rich antioxidants in them as well. Also, another thing about vitamin C, the important reason why you need to get it from low sugar sources is because you need vitamin C in place to synthesize collagen. So everybody and their mother that's dumping collagen into their body with all these collagen supplements flooded on the supplement market, it does you no good if you don't have vitamin C in place. Collagen cannot be utilized from a supplement without vitamin C, and collagen cannot be synthesized within your own body if you don't have vitamin C in place. So my best advice is always, always, always get your vitamin C from low sugar sources. That is going to be the most effective way for you to utilize it in your body. Let me make sure that was it. I did good. I read all my notes from that for that post-it. Okay. Now my last guy here is my beautiful soul. I am so, people always ask me, what's your favorite? And I say, listen, I don't play favorites with my kids. I can't play favorites with my trilogy. I can't. For me, it's all or nothing. If you want to start with one, by the time you implement the third one, you're gonna kick yourself and you're gonna regret not just getting all of them. Okay, it is so valuable. It's so important. And again, like I said, I can't have a favorite here because all three of them, they're such powerhouses in their own right. You actually could do 30 minutes on each individual one. And I knew I was going to go over tonight and it's already 2 minutes past, but I'm going to give you guys the best information on this last slide. Gotu Kola is one of my most favoriteest herbs. Okay. I formulate with it all the time. It is effective against bacterial, viral, and parasitic infections like UTIs, shingles, colds, flus, etc. It is effective assisting skin healing. It's powerful against fatigue, anxiety, depression, mental disorders. It improves blood circulation, including blood clots in veins, varicose veins. It is very nervine. It balances your nervous system wonderfully. It supports connective tissues, just like vitamin C does, right? Remember, we just chatted about vitamin C. It supports connective tissue because vitamin C is necessary for synthesizing collagen. It's also necessary for utilizing collagen from any supplement you might take. It maintains healthy keratinization of skin. The main compounds are tannins and saponins, and this regulates neurotransmitters beautifully, like GABA via asiatic acid. It influences how GABA is absorbed by your brain. So it communicates with your brain and it says, let's absorb this and utilize this the right way. And because of that, it's going to help relieve anxiety without the sedative effects of conventional pharmaceuticals like Ambien and other barbiturates in that class. Now, Phyllanthus neruri. It is used widely for liver and kidney health. The phytochemicals contained in this plant are effective against hepatic, liver diseases or disorders. Again, another herb that has an affinity for the liver in such a beautiful way. It is effective against urinary tract stones. So this is kidney stones, urinary tract stones. It's really effective against reducing the size of them. And just in general, preventing the formation of them, period. Okay, it's great for viral infections, bacterial infections, and ulcers, etc. Now, let's see, that's a tough one. My grammar was like so challenged putting these slides together because looking at these ingredients are so amazing. They're so rich, and it's beautiful that not many of them are from here. They come from different countries. And so let's see, Bringrosh, okay? Effective in reducing pain, inflammation, lowering your blood pressure, keeping those things in healthy ranges. It's powerful at soothing your stomach. It's an amazing stomach soother. Guduchi, this is hepatic protective. Again, another liver loving herb. It is very immunomodulatory. It's anti-inflammatory. It's got analgesic effects. That means it's really good against pain and discomfort, okay? Turmeric is in here as well. Now, I knew that turmeric was so common. Everybody knows what turmeric is about and what it does, but this is a lot like it. It is anti-arthritic. It stimulates regeneration of liver tissue that actually has been damaged, okay? So we actually know that OTCs, they have an affinity for also damaging liver tissue. Not only do they cause gastric ulcers and blow holes through your stomach, but they also cause a lot of issues in the GI tract, and so they damage liver cells. And Guduchi is very powerful at stimulating regeneration of liver tissue that's already been damaged. This is another one that's going to help with digestion. If you get the trend here, these herbs and this formulation, actually all of the formulations in general, they're targeting digestion, they're targeting the GI tract, they're targeting brain behavior, they're very neuroprotective. And so I hope that you've been able to catch on to all of those throughout these slides. Now, tephrosia, it's effective at removing obstructions of the liver. Okay, how many times do we have issues where we have something in the biliary tree that's obstructed? It helps the spleen, the kidneys. It's going to be effective at purifying your blood. It significantly reduces cortisol, which is your stress hormone, while inducing all your feel-good endorphins and your dopamine. So this has such a variety of phytochemical compounds present that it is effective at resolving various health issues. Now, Nigrundi, this is a vast array of beneficial compounds with antioxidant, again, similar words, anti-inflammatory behavior. Its flavonoids plus phenols display cardioprotective qualities. The terpenoids are laden with calming and analgesic properties to relieve mental stress, joint pain, muscle aches. The alkaloids in here provide anti-cancer and antimicrobial effects. It's effective against chronic nasal congestion, headaches. It enhances digestion, effective against asthma, nourishes your bronchioles. It's effective against goiter, which is an abnormal thyroid enlargement. And it's effective in shrinking tumor size. Now, this herbal combination is so rich in chlorophyll that the value of chlorophyll is simply this. I may not even be able to contain it with words. It stops growth and development of toxic bacteria. Now, we're talking about chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a component in every green herb in this formula right here. This is what chlorophyll does. It stops growth and development of toxic bacteria. It accelerates tissue cell activity and normal regrowth of cells, which means it's going to help you heal faster. It's known for inhibiting metabolic action of cancer-causing elements. It helps control and regulate calcium. It aids in blood sugar problems. Chlorophyll's molecular structure is very similar to our red blood cells. This is why it provides so many health benefits. So years ago, you could say you didn't know things because the information wasn't readily accessible to you. But now, today, and probably for the past 7 to 8 years, I'd say we're in the age of information now. There's nothing you don't know about because you can't look it up. You can look up anything and everything. And so the reason why people are not living the best quality of life that they can, it actually boggles my mind. But 18 years ago, I was like many people are now, where I had to buy every supplement and do all these things. And God, I could tell you, I probably wasted and lost thousands and thousands of dollars on supplements in the past 18 years. And for the past 5 years, I've been very, very happy that I could get multifaceted supplements to target multi-body areas. In fact, actually targeting me from head to toe, you know, because with the BSO and the fulvic, I mean, I really don't need anything else. But this is phenomenal that people have access to supplementation like this, being so clean, no sugars in here, extracted cleanly, put together cleanly, being so toxic free and chemical free. It's absolutely phenomenal. I'm gonna stop my screen share here. And that way we could
Awesome. Oh my gosh.
adding here.
Dr. Ivy, I love how you put all those together and explained everything and how they work synergistically and everything. I'm just blown away. Always. We are so thankful for you. Appreciate your time. I know at one point we had 94 people on this call, so I think we're going to be, lots of people picking up the Trilogy pack. Did you have anything else, like closing thoughts you want to add before we close out the call?
Actually, yes, I have a lot of my peeps that I invited here to this call, and I wanted every one of my people to know that for every Trilogy purchase, they're going to get a $25 gift card emailed to them. And so if you're on here and you're contemplating, you know, what one to do or what to start with, you can try the sample sizes, and I'm telling you that it's kind of going to be a waste. You're going to have to double order because you're going to get the full sizes in less than 10 days. So whoever invited you here, get with them and just get yourself on track for a better quality of life. There's just no reason to not be able to go through your day. There's no reason to be bogged down with stress or unnatural fatigue, you know, for reasons that you shouldn't even be fatigued. Definitely, you know, provide the right situation and get your body moving every day and do the best that you can do, and then provide these supports to meet you where you fall short. But you're not going to regret having a combo like this. It's one of the best things that I've ever come across. It's been able to reduce my supplement cabinet from like full of different random bottles here and there to just really narrowing it down, being very purposeful with my targeted approach. And so you're going to have the best benefits that you can see from something like this. And that's really it. Thank you guys for having me with you. I hope you got a lot of value out of this and were able to learn a few new things. If I was chatting a little too fast, sorry about that. But I think once I get in my groove, I really do kind of find my rhythm and finish out strongly. So I just hope we were able to answer questions for you guys, and I'll give it to Landy.
Well, you're getting all kinds of love in the chat. And guys, we are so blessed to have these amazing products that do so much. And we can make such a huge impact with what we have. Realize that what we have is so incredibly powerful, y'all. We could do an entire call on just testimonies with the Trilogy. I mean, it's changed. I can see faces here of so many people that couldn't even hardly jog or walk or whatever, and now they can because the inflammation is under control. And then of course we have Ben's story. So we have so many good stories. So thank you guys so much for joining. We ran over late, but we appreciate you so much for taking time. And again, Dr. Ivy, thank you so much. You offered so much value, and I'm glad we have replays because like you said, it's a lot of information. So we have a great call now that we can share with others that really breaks down the Trilogy and what it does. So guys, Coach Marcus Jones is doing an opportunity call right now. It just started, I think, 5 minutes ago. So go ahead and jump onto that. It's oneteamonedream.com, password OneTeam. Y'all have a good evening, and we'll see you back here next Thursday. Peace out. Bye. Love you guys. Bye-bye.